What did you want me to do?
I don't even know what we're doing right now.
Is this something about your headphones?
Oh yeah, cut my headphones up. Trying to jam out to this.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Hope you guys like the theme music that's... Ooh,
That was some pop in there.
yeah. Hope you guys like the theme music that's heavily influenced by Stranger Things.
Fangs.
Stranger Things.
Fangs, yeah.
Today's episode is sponsored by Sonic.
This is how you Sonic.
Yeah, not really.
I wish. It's just the only place to get a really large drink for really, really cheap.
Yeah, they did help us out with that video.
That's right, when we did that class project for you.
It wasn't a...
It wasn't a
Corporate-
sponsorship,
yeah, it
but
wasn't-
they were all about the General Lee showing up. And
Yeah. Wasn't corporate sponsor. It was just...
no, it was local management,
Yeah,
which we appreciate. Supporting local business anyway.
we do. Let's get rid of this.
Post-editing.
Yeah. I can just...
So for those of you that pay attention, I just happen to like this sweater, so that's why I wear it frequently.
Oh, nobody really cares.
I feel really bad that I don't change wardrobes often enough.
Why not?
The shirt changes, right?
Yeah.
That's what touches the skin, but the sweater, I just like the color.
Most like me in the wintertime, I'm going to be wearing the same...
Same hoodie.
Not the same hoodie, the same jacket. Like, I'll wear jacket and then different pants, but I'll always have different shirts on underneath it.
Yeah, and I'll change my underwear and socks.
Yeah. But
daily.
yeah, exactly.
Because I
But
shower.
I look like...
See, like that's like I noticed in the north when it comes time to winter, that's when cartoon characters make sense. 'Cause I remember growing up in Florida, I was like, why are they always in the same clothes? You know, because you just sweat. You put on something new every day.
Yeah.
But then when I went and finally see the north, it's like, oh, everybody looks the exact same.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get that look.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we really didn't prep for this one. This is kind of like
Did we prep? We have only prepped for like 2.
Yeah, and the prep wasn't prep. It was just like, that's what we're going to talk
That's what
about.
we're talking about. And then we started talking, and then we're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, we talked about it. We stayed on topic.
Yeah. And hopefully this audio is a lot better than
Yeah.
the previous couple
Should
episodes.
we stop it now and listen?
What do you mean?
Like, load up. That'd probably take too much work to
Yeah,
stop
it
what we're
would.
doing, and then
I think,
that's a problem for future us.
yeah, we're recording, so we're good.
Oh, are we live?
No, we're not
Oh.
live.
Not yet.
Yeah, we can't. YouTube has certain statistics you need to hit before.
Ruals.
Huh?
They have rules. Rules.
Oh,
and
rules. Yeah.
Regulations.
Yep. We get so many watched hours and so many subscribers, and then our live streaming gets turned on.
So when I go to bed, I just hit the playlist and go to sleep. Because I've already watched our own episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, I lived them.
Yeah, but like our main episodes will come out every Monday
Monday.
around
We're going to aim for...
afternoon, evening.
Yeah.
But sometimes
I think it would be great if we were always at 350 every day.
Yeah, that's the goal. Well, seriously, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Like I'll upload early and then
And try to
schedule.
hit that 15:30 for you
Oh.
military types.
Yeah, I'll schedule it to.
Eastern Standard Time.
I'll schedule it to go public at that time.
That'd be perfect. Because what would that be on the West Coast? Like 1 o'clock?
I have no idea. They're like what?
Maybe
5
noon?
hours?
No,
What,
at 4, right?
4?
4 from East Coast?
I don't know.
I feel like we should
Oh,
go
see.
to the auto level.
See
See?
the auto level.
Auto level. I told you it's going to mess us up.
Oh wait,
Because the whole time
I
we're
know
talking.
why the auto level.
Why?
Oh shit! I just learned something. This dial is the level for. So I'm gonna turn this
Turn down.
auto level off.
Yeah, turn down for what? There it is.
And there it is. Now we will
Now-
not peak ever. We will not ever hear
We
that
are-
stupid thing.
Learned scholars now.
We are.
I just wish you had told me that the family business was a doctor.
Huh?
I just wish you would have told me that your family business was doctors. Because I can't join the family business if you're all doctors.
What do you mean by
Because
that?
if you're all medical professionals, I can't just be like, if it was carpentry
How am
or
I?
blacksmithing.
How am I a medical
Because
professional?
you are a learned scholar now.
Oh, because I fixed the level.
Yeah.
I fixed the levels on this. And I'm like,
You looked at the book
No, I didn't actually.
You tossed it because you're a man.
Yeah, I looked at it and it clicked.
Oh, that's for. You know, I was thinking about this when I was taking a piss earlier. It was the whole stolen valor thing. I was like,
Yeah.
shouldn't we as veterans be offended and be like, did you just assume my combat veterancy?
Yeah.
You know, like, how dare you? How dare you say thank you?
Yeah, because during GWAT, it was...
GWAT E. Because there's the Global War on Terror. And then they made a separate ribbon if you actually did something. The GWAT E. Expeditionary.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
were Expeditionary. That's right. I had those.
You have to go someplace, meet some...
You know how long it's been since I even looked at my rack?
I don't know.
Man,
Probably 10 years?
My rack isn't really... But like my Class A rack, yeah.
We didn't even use Class A's.
What?
The Army Service Uniform ASU. The blues. We
Oh,
got
no,
rid of the greens.
I know.
Which
but
I heard they're
mine
going
was
back to
greens.
the pinks and tans.
They need
Dude,
to.
I would totally buy a set
I would
and
want to join again.
to get it.
Yes.
I mean, well, if we were still in, we'd still have to
Yeah.
pay for them.
What?
Yeah. They didn't
with
issue
the-
me ASUs. I had to go buy that.
But then they started issuing them.
So, yeah, if you were new to the Army, you would get them issued. But if you were old and crusty and salty, you had to use your clothing allowance.
Yeah. I got out before you had to use, before they even started like, hey, blues.
Yeah.
Because I never liked the dress blues.
I think the dress blues are nice in a very formal setting. But for, like, what I think they were intended for,
Yeah.
the Class A's fit what the intent was.
Yeah.
A nice, presentable suit.
Yeah, I think Class A's and jump boots and maroon beret.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah.
Especially now if they go back to the pinks and tans, because you'll have that brown, those brown jump boots.
Yeah.
They're like that rich mahogany color. And then the green with the khaki. And then the maroon. Oh, man, that's going to look so good.
I like the
Yeah.
like the B's, which you tuck,
Yeah.
tuck the tie in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like old school Gomer Pyle and
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
yeah.
Those are some good uniforms. You know, it's like, I don't even know why they went to the ASUs for when they got rid of the greens, because it doesn't make sense logistically. You're going to issue a more expensive uniform.
To me, it almost seemed cheaper. Like it seemed like crap. Not crap. Like it just seemed like it would fall apart easier, harder to maintain.
I
than
went
the
and got
Class
one
A.
of those Marlowe white custom uniforms. So like, if I ever got fat, which I probably never would, but the buttons were on their own separate panel, and I could have a local tailor here move them around.
Oh, I should do that.
So that way, yeah, I spent $600 for the uniform as a whole, but it was high quality materials.
Then I'd have to pin up my sleeve.
I don't know what's the protocol now
I don't know.
for that.
I'll just keep it there and put a fake hand on the end.
And then they wonder when
Always like this.
present.
No. I was gonna say like that, like you're standing at attention, but then I could just salute like this, and they were like, "What is he
No, what you
doing?"
need to do is get like the Muppets, just get like a wire hanger and just be like,
Then I need you. Oh, okay. I wouldn't need anybody else to just do it myself.
yeah, you could be your own puppet master.
Yeah, we should do that.
As a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the perfect time with Halloween. They sell those fake arms all the time. And have you ever noticed that the fake arms are always right hands?
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
they are.
I've yet to find a left-handed.
What would have been best is if they let me keep my arm, because they didn't let me keep my arm.
That's gross.
No, it's not. It's mine.
Why would you want to keep it?
If there's anything in this world that I own that no one can say I don't own,
Is your body?
it's a piece of my body. I'm not talking like poop or pee or nothing like that. But
You're over there in the corner peeing in the jars and keeping them. This is mine.
yeah, pretty much. I mean,
I don't flush the toilet because the FBI is taking samples.
yeah. But no, like I wanted to keep my arm, and what's funny is I asked about it like before I went in for them to cut it off. Like, hey, I want to keep my arm. They're like, what? I'm like, I want to keep it. I'm like, you can't. I'm like, what do you mean I can't? Well, we gotta test it for disease and stuff like this, and I'm like,
What diseases
What do you
would
mean
you
you
have
gotta-
in the arm?
like, what do you mean you gotta keep and test my arm? Well, it's biological waste. It's a biohazard. I was like, okay, do you even know what I'm going to do with it? They're like, no, what would you do with it? I was like, well, my plan was to like take all the skin and flesh off and just have the bones and had them pinned together and then put them in like a glass case like the Terminator, you know, and have it on the... It's a good conversation starter. They're like, oh, is that the Terminator hand? I'm like, no, it's mine. They're like, oh. Then I could take it out on Halloween and like...
And then play pranks on people.
Yeah.
You could be like, what was that TV show? Arrested Development. When the dad would always hire the guy with one arm to teach lessons.
Yeah.
That's why you don't lie to your dad.
That was a great show.
Netflix brought it back. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, they brought it back, but it wasn't...
It's like...
Yeah, it's not the
It
same.
fell flat, yeah. I think it's because there was such a large gap in between the seasons.
Yeah.
That all the actors...
Got older.
Well, not only that, which I think added to the comedy. Because, like, they just kept on continuing on as if, like, they were still...
Yeah.
Like, they would address the age. But I think what really hurt them was when, like, some of them moved on mentally from the show. Because they already started doing other things.
Yeah.
Like, Ellen DeGeneres' wife. She was a main character in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just like, I'm not acting anymore. So they had to write her off the show. So that kind of...
Yeah, I only watched a couple of the ones that they brought back.
I was a diehard fan of it.
Like, they used the Bluth
Yeah.
in one of the Marvel movies, right? Because
Did they?
Didn't the two brothers that did Civil War and Infinity War, they worked on Arrested Development back in the day? And in the airport fight scene between all the Marvel characters, you know, Cap and...
Oh, was the
Bluth.
The Bluth family stair car?
Yep. It was in the background.
I didn't notice that. I'll have to give that a rewatch now.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. But other than that, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
What is there to talk about?
What are we going to talk about today? Well, there's a bunch of... I mean, we could talk about, like, why it's hard for veterans to find jobs. Or we could talk about how it's not a man's world because women make more money off of social media than men.
They're better influencers.
Yeah. I mean, they have assets that we don't have.
That influence men.
I mean, they do influence.
They do. You know what, though? I never bought something because I'm like, oh, damn.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah.
I hear you, Lisa. Where's she at?
I don't know.
I heard her.
She's like, you talking about bitches?
Yeah, I am. Lisa. She's probably pooping somewhere. I'm gonna throw it in her face.
No, when I sent you that line though for the song.
What?
About the rap song?
Oh yeah, with Lisa.
Yeah. I just started laughing because I could hear it auto-tuned and everything in my head, and just like.
That's funny.
And I pictured you with like a wig, multicolored beads, tinfoil, and like.
Face tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking that you'd be the Trey Arms.
Together we would be Trey Arms.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because we would have to be.
We'd have to get like a Velcro suit back to back. If we do that, though, we have to get someone to run a camera.
Yeah, we would need like a conjoined twins outfit.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
We could stick the camera on the tripod and then we could stand on that Lazy Susan.
Just spin.
Someone could spin us. Someone could spin us so it's like oh God. Outside.
With some smoke from the fog machines or something.
Outside with the angle up towards the sky so you can't see that we're just spinning on a Lazy Susan and the camera's in one spot. That'd be hilarious.
That would be funny.
Behind the scenes would be hilarious.
Behind the scenes. Because it would just be the three of us.
With my two boys. No, my two boys are like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
They don't want to help.
I want to go play Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's something we could talk about too.
They are ridiculous with that, man.
Pokemon, man. Like, they got me when I was a kid, and they re-released it as a game, Pokemon Go on the mobile phone. And
see, for me, Pokemon came out right when I was at that teenage stage where I'm like, that's too kiddie. I'm done with that.
Oh, I played the card game for a while. I remember like Pogs.
I remember when they came out, but I wasn't.
Like Pogs was like a summer for me. Like it was big. Everybody was into it. Like towards the end of what grade was I in? I remember that. I don't know, like third or fourth grade. And then everybody played Pogs through the summer, and then school started up the following year, and just like dead. Nobody played.
Yeah. For me, it was basketball cards because I lived basketball.
Did you?
Basketball cards, playing Live 97.
Eating up.
Yep. Well, that's
That was NBA Jam.
NBA Jam, yeah.
That was my favorite. He's on fire.
I was kind of disappointed when it came out for the console because the console wasn't the graphics
Wasn't as good.
The graphics weren't at the level that the
Yeah.
arcade was.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh, this is just a random episode.
Full tangents.
Yeah. Full tangent episode.
Oh,
Just
dang, that sounds gangster.
whatever comes to
That sounds gangster.
our mind.
Full tangent mode.
Yeah. We're probably going to add other little, what'd you call them?
I don't know. I'm not inside your head.
Like, true. Like, it's tinfoil hat time or
Yeah.
segments.
Segments. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we could do one. We could do one right now, I guess. You want to talk about a segment?
Yeah.
Okay.
What segment? Oh, bring out the.
I don't know what stay.
Yeah, that's not gonna stay.
Okay. How do they do this in the gun stores? Boom.
Yeah,
That'll work. It's time for Guns on the Table, where we talk about
guns.
guns.
Those critical duty.
I don't remember.
Oh,
But this is my carry gun. It's an
Yep.
HK P30 SK. For those that don't know, I'm a huge HK fan. And
because
it's,
you're a gun snob.
kind of. I guess HK fans can be compared to Apple fans, but
Yeah.
I hate Apple just because everything's so fucking proprietary. And then,
Yeah.
but at least it's got Picatinny rail on the bottom.
Yeah.
It can take. I have Heinz straight 8 sights up here, so because I believe in the vertical line over the horizontal line.
Is that button a decocker?
Yeah, in the back.
Yeah.
So it's got a decocker, which is nice. There's no physical safety on this other than your finger, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a carry gun. I don't believe in it. And then because it is a subcompact, I got the pinky extension.
Yeah.
So the normal mag is 10 rounds, and then the pinky extension added 2. So
Like when I carry, and I know when I say when I carry, that shouldn't be what I say. I should say I always carry.
I do have a problem. Like I'll get on that too, but
Yeah.
when I carry,
Like I don't like compacts,
Mhm.
so I always carry my
full
like,
size.
my 17, my Glock 17.
Well, you're
And
fortunate enough where your frame permits you to do so.
not appendix.
Well, I only appendix carry,
Like yeah,
but this
I
gun.
got stuff above and below that doesn't
Yeah.
really let me.
To me, this gun handles just like because I have the P30 and the P30L,
Yeah.
and they all feel the same. I do notice point of impact shifting from the different barrel lengths,
Yeah.
but this gives me the confidence because I have shot the shit out of all my P30s.
Yeah. You know where it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really looking at the Sig P365.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they're having an issue with their fire pin dragging over the primer. You heard about that? Like the
A little
fire
bit.
pin doesn't come all the way back when it
Yeah.
extracts, and it kind of puts a groove in the
Mhm.
primer and everything. Could lead to the striker. Is it a fire? Is it a hammer or a striker fire?
I think
right?
it's striker fired. Yeah.
Yeah, it could break the little striker tip
Mhm.
off. But
I prefer hammers.
yeah, they're better triggers.
Yeah.
But that 365 though, it's just for me, for a big guy, I could easily easily conceal that and still have no problem wearing whatever I wanted to wear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, worst comes to worst, I could put baggier pants on or whatever and throw it in my pocket.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've done as a smaller frame guy.
Yeah.
Is I go up an inch or two to facilitate carrying of a gun. But yeah, I understand what you're saying too when you say like when I carry, because recently I've been like, do I really need to?
Yeah.
And like I don't know, maybe it's because the mentality is changing, but then stuff happens and I'm reminded like, no, I should carry.
Yeah.
Because better to have the tool and not need it
Then need it.
than
not
need it
have
and not
it.
have it. Yeah, exactly. Because especially when I came back, the very first weekend, you know, that fucking dude breaks in the house, B&E, ties up the people, shoots the dude, and then burns the house down
Yeah.
with the chick still tied up. Like,
And then he was out on the loose for a while.
he was 10 minutes away from the house by walking. So like, I was like,
Yeah.
I need to carry.
Yeah. Like when I go somewhere, I'll usually have it in my truck at least.
Yeah,
And
truck
then,
guns.
Yeah. I need to make a little.
For a while, I would drive around with body armor, helmet, rifle, trauma bag. You know, I had everything in the trunk. And then I don't know, I just kind of stopped.
Yeah. Like with my wife being a nurse, she's got a little kit. I think she put in her car at least. It might be one in the truck. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's nice when she's there. She
Yeah.
can do what she needs.
I
to
worked
do.
a car accident outside of Nashville out of that trauma bag, and I remember there was an Air Force PJ kid, and he came running up, and all he had was a little oxygen tank in his hands. I'm not 100% sure what he was planning to do.
Provide aid.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he was going to do.
ABCs.
Airway breathing.
He
Yeah,
had that
circulation.
covered with his tank. I don't know how he's gonna just. Did he have like a
So
mask?
he had a little mask and
Okay.
everything for it, but I wasn't sure like what his plan was, because he showed up with, you know, his gloves and the oxygen tank, and I had my little aid bag there. I didn't have my full mask cast bag,
Yeah.
but there were 3 patients inside. You know, the driver had a broken arm, so I had to splint it, and then we had to get him out because he became conscious when I started splinting the arm, which was, thank God. That way he was able to help me get him out, because he was
Yeah.
a big dude. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what he would be doing with that oxygen at a car accident.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
like, oxygen would be like after you extract them and
Yeah.
stable.
Yeah.
But I'm not a medic by trade.
Neither am I. I have been certified as a combat lifesaver.
Yeah. Does that even hold weight?
Oh yeah. The only thing. I mean, I liked going through that course. However many times we had to go through it, like every year.
Yeah, it was annual.
I'd always take
Or at least it was for us in regiment
Yeah.
when I was in.
I'd always find a person that that had them crackhead veins.
That's me, man.
I'd
My veins are always like ready to go.
Ponsler is even worse.
Is he?
Yeah. He's a little crackhead anyways, but now what was it? I forget the guy that I went down to Greenton just to practice
Mm-hmm.
doing IVs because I like doing them. And I was like, give me that 14 gauge. Like, who's ready? And they're like, what? I'm like, I'm good. Who's ready? Dude's like, do it to me, man. Stuck him. It was hard though, because his vein started to roll, so I just pulled it a little bit more and got it. You guys probably didn't even want to hear that story.
Probably not.
Whatever. You watched it, or you listened to it, or you did both.
I think people mostly listen to podcasts more than they watch.
Yeah,
Because if they were watching, they'd see me pick my nose right now.
that is true. You're a nasty motherfucker.
Thanks. I try.
That's for all you video watchers out there.
Yeah.
Probably got a chuckle.
You see how big and juicy it is?
It's nasty. But
I guess that concludes Guns on the Table.
well, we can put another gun on the table.
Huh.
Take that gun off. Loudness.
And gotta put the +1 in the back of the mag, you know?
Yep.
I believe in a +1. So like the whole caliber debate. Should you have 45 or 9 mil? You know, that's always a hot topic.
Shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Probably my wife. Nope.
Telemarketers?
Yep.
The telemarketers called me this morning. It was like 7:30. I was like, what the fuck?
You know what's really been bad? Is this whole house refinancers
Yeah, dude.
calling me every day, like 5 times, like, no,
Stop.
take me off your list.
Yep.
Gets annoying. I mean, everyone's trying to make the money, but get that tan 300 black. We can talk about it. Holy loudness. But
Oh, yeah, that looks real nice.
yeah, it does. We should maybe turn it slowly so that they can see as well.
I feel like we need the Halo theme song.
Yeah, I mean, the guns that I build, I like to make them look aesthetically pleasing as well as function. The bad thing is this build I wanted to get up and running as fast as possible. So I had gotten everything except for the barrel, and to get it going and running right, or not running right, but actually firing, I went and found the cheapest barrel that I could. And you know, you get what you pay for, right? And first glance, it's fine. You put a little muzzle device on it, it's fine. It shoots. Everything's cool. But with that Surefire muzzle device, it's a little longer muzzle device than some. And when you take the receiver off and you look down the barrel, you'll see a slight dark crescent, like a little ghosting at the end.
At the end of it?
Yeah. Like you have to look down through the barrel. Like pop the pin.
Okay.
And that dog is Janet being a bitch.
Says this was made in Canada?
No.
What's CA? I've never heard of that state.
Oh. California.
Yeah,
No,
California.
look from the back.
Yeah.
Look
This
through.
way?
Yeah. Do you see the?
Do you see? Oh, yeah, a little bit.
No. Look like right down, like right through the barrel. You'll see a little, like a black crescent on the upper right.
Huh.
Or upper left. Upper left should be.
Yeah.
Now put on the suppressor. Then you really see it. Now again, hold on. Stop.
Collaborate and listen.
Yeah.
Ice is back with a brand new edition. Roll it. Okay.
Well,
done.
what I like, I'm a newbie. That's my first suppressor. So at first, I just put the muzzle device on with a crush washer, and a crush washer can kind of torque the muzzle device and get it off center right. Well, so I took it off and then I reapplied I put the right shims on and I shimmed it and I timed it and had that Rockset thread locker. But because I got a handguard that's so close to the end of the threads, the suppressor won't fit on it now. The crush washer gave it enough to put it on, but when I took it off, it didn't. And
So it doesn't go on all the way?
no, but see, the Surefire brakes, they come with a little collar.
Yeah.
They come with a collar so that if that's the problem, it'll offset it enough so that you can attach a suppressor. So now I already got a new barrel for it. When I put the new barrel on, if I can get that that muzzle brake off, it should see, it doesn't want to lock down. It doesn't want to ratchet down because it's not locking into the detent.
Yeah, it's not.
But anyway, just hold it on there like that and look through it, and you should be able to see where I get a baffle strike.
Just ever so slightly.
Yeah. And with
Just enough to be annoying.
yeah. And with it being a 30 cal can, of course, 300 blackout's out of the question right now. The 5.56 upper that I made for it too.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing, because I just bought the cheapest barrels that I could find to get it up and running. So now I have to buy again 2 more barrels.
So what did you learn?
I learned that you buy once, cry once.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually what I do. But like I said, I just wanted to hurry up and get it out there. Oh, Lisa. That dog.
I can't wait to make that shut up, Lisa button. Have it ready to go.
But yeah. So probably sometime this week, hopefully, I'll actually take that barrel off and take that brake off and swap it out with the new barrel that I got. And go out and shoot it suppressed.
Once I started shooting suppressed, I was like, what have I been doing with my life?
Yeah.
You know? It's just...
I mean, I put it on my Arsenal Democracy Reaper 33 5.56 rifle. Shot great, even though it's a 30 can, you know?
Well, yeah, you can always shoot down.
Yeah.
You just can't shoot up.
Might be a little bit louder because more is going to escape. That's negligible, though.
Negligible to me.
But, yeah. So I got that can to rule all my 30 and below.
Yeah, that would be... I don't want to say it's buyer's remorse, but I bought the Knights can, right?
Yeah.
And that was before, like, suppressors blew up big with all the whole gun craze. It was, like, at the beginning of the wave.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I just want a suppressor, you know? And so I was like, I want what I have at work type stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So that way it's easy to get parts. But, yeah, so I got the Knights, and it's a good suppressor. It's just heavy.
Yeah.
And I feel it now whenever I pick up the newer cans. I'm like, God damn it.
I was actually surprised on how
How
light
light
that
it is,
was. Yeah, I was like, oh. But I still feel it because...
Well, yeah, because you put that weight at the end of the barrel. Yeah.
And I don't have a support hand to hold up the rifle, so I got to use the whole lever fulcrum action with my cheek.
I was thinking, actually, a bullpup design might be perfect for you.
It would be, but...
Because you get a little more forward.
Very few bullpups, except for the Tavor, I think. There might be a couple others, though, that you're able to switch to
the left side.
Ejection to the left side. That's the big thing with me. Like, a big thing with me now is I'm wanting to build a pistol AR, pistol caliber AR, like a 9mm, and I'm looking for a lower that will be ambidextrous magazine controls. And it seems like all the Glock lowers,
they're all right-handed.
They're all just right-handed. There's nothing on the left side to do. And I know the what do you call it? The Colt mag lowers that you usually can just use a regular AR mag release, and I can just use an ambi. I usually use
swap it to an ambi.
Yeah, I usually get the forward control and design ambi, like that. What's on that one? Have you checked that out?
Yeah,
I like it. And then their what do you call it?
Oh yeah, look at that. You got both sides.
And then their bolt catch is extended a little bit out so that you don't touch the mag release when you trying to lock the bolt to the rear.
See, but I still love bad levers.
Yeah, but I can't use a bad lever because they're right-handed.
Oh yeah, they're right-handed people.
Yeah.
Disregard.
I mean, I could put one on a rifle just to look cool. There's a mic there.
Oh, okay.
And I'm still waiting on the Strike Industries PDW brace. Because that's a nice PDW brace, but the Strike Industries is spring-loaded. So all I have to do is press a button.
And it
pops
slides out. However...
There's a mic there again.
There's a mic there. Okay. But if it's spring-loaded, that's a potential failure point.
Yeah. I would like to assume that they have...
My gender?
No. I would like
because I will have you know I'm a black attack helicopter, okay?
Black?
Mm-hmm. Stealth black.
Oh, okay. That's why I can't tell.
No. Yeah. I'm just not even here right now. Because otherwise I would say albino. I'm see-through.
Translucent?
Yeah, I'm like the anglerfish in the deep sea.
Oh.
You know?
Bioluminescence.
Yeah. I got a little light dangling there. I'm gonna catch you.
Wonder if they would like dazzle themselves. Like, oh, they keep.
I'm attracted to the light, man.
No, like they keep thinking it's prey. Like, I'm gonna get it. I can never get it. That's.
I mean, you gotta think it's like a flashbang that deep, right?
If they turn on real quick.
Do you think they close their eyes real quick? Like, oh shit, it's gonna get bright.
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure their eyes still works the same way ours was, right? With the cones and the rods and the
Probably.
rhodopsin and neardopsin, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the same?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know enough about. See, now I have something I wanted to look up. Yeah.
Speaking of bioluminescence, did you know, like, way back in the Civil War, I think.
Oh, we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, about the Battle of Shiloh.
Yeah, you were talking about the angel's glow.
Yeah, isn't that cool? I got that off of, what is that guy's? Some science channel.
Smarter every day.
Not Smarter Every Day. This guy's like Answers with Joe, I think.
Oh. I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Like, I watched a lot of the. He has a lot of episodes on like theoretical physics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, since you're a flat earther, all physics is theoretical.
Shut up! That's racist, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, own it, because you are a flat earther.
You know, I am not, but I do have relatives that are, and it.
Oh, that's so bad. It's
It's
so tragic.
It's sad, dude. Like, I try to tell them, hey, check it out. The Greeks did it with shadows.
Mm-hmm.
They figured it out with shadows.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need. Measure the shadows on the, what is it? The spring equinox.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. And then through a little bit of math.
Because they invented the Pythagorean theorem to figure it out too.
Pythagoras.
Yeah.
Did you know there was also a little cult called the Pythagoreans?
Mm-mm.
Yep.
What do they believe?
Well, you got the Pythagorean theorem, right? You
Yeah.
got
A
a
plus-
squared
yeah.
plus b squared equals c
C
squared.
yeah.
That's the Holy Trinity. And not only in Christianity, but in Egyptian mythology with Isis,
Can we just
Osiris,
stop? Can we,
and
can
then
we
Horus.
just hold on? Like,
What?
they're not Isis. They're Isis.
No, not the.
Are you talking about Isis, the demigod,
the goddess. Yeah,
goddess? Yeah.
the one that cut.
Not the wear black jumpsuits and tear down.
No, yeah. This is the Isis that after her husband Osiris was chopped up into like 100 pieces from his brother Set, she took his chopped off penis,
She
fucked herself
Yeah,
with
she
it,
made a dildo out of it. Yeah.
and then
Got pregnant, right?
got pregnant. It's like, man, that's a phallus.
See, that's how I know humans have always been into like weird sex kinks,
Yeah,
like forever.
even the gods did it.
Yeah. Because
But
like
yeah.
you got to think there was no Pornhub back then.
Nope.
So like, how come we don't see like maybe they just don't show it in school? Like if you're looking at the hieroglyphics, it's like, yep, okay, that's two people fucking.
Yeah, there probably is.
I'm sure there's something like that out there.
Probably.
It's like, oh yeah, here and it says right here. Because that's another thing too is like the Egyptians, they all spoke in emojis, right? So like we've had all these years of advancements in language
And now we're back to
grammar, and we're going back to hieroglyphs. That's why I'm so resistant to this millennial bullshit with like the emojis and like, fuck man, just write it out.
Did you ever see the Emoji Movie?
No,
It was bad.
I refuse.
It was bad.
I'm not trying to partake in these millennial things.
My boys wanted to watch it, and even they couldn't. Even they didn't. They stopped watching after like a half hour. They're like,
It was that good, huh?
It was bad.
Yeah. I wonder what Rotten Tomatoes gives it.
I don't know.
Who was I talking with? I forget who I was talking with, but they would always swear up and down by Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, it was my uncle. My uncle, he would always be like, let's watch this movie, but first, let's see what Rotten Tomatoes has to say. What do the critics say?
Well, yeah, you got your
And
critics.
then he'd be like, okay, but what do the people say?
Yeah,
That's how you really know a good movie.
yeah. Because what?
He's like, I only watch 90% critic rating or above.
Like The Last Jedi got like critic rating was high, but then the people's rating was like 48% or something like that.
Oh, it should be lower than that.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed.
Okay, so Disney, I know you're listening because they listen to everything. To fix the Star Wars crisis, all you have to do is have Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, as a grandpa in modern day reading the book called Star Wars to his grandson, and his grandson says, "Grandpa, that's not what happens in the story." And then Mark Hamill will go, I know, I just wanted to give my attempt at writing something." And the little kid can go, "Well, stop it. Just read the story, Grandpa." And then they go back into the Star Wars universe, right? And you have like the Star Wars crawl with the ta-da,
What really happened?
yeah, and then that way they can redo the last episode, because that was such a terrible episode.
It was. Like,
because Rian Johnson, you can say what you want, he's a director in Hollywood, but the whole point of that movie was everything that they did previously was like,
to throw your middle finger, yeah.
No, it's all,
Exactly.
no, I got you, tricked you, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Like, what? Like, okay, back in the original trilogy,
The OG.
yeah, you had Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Luke
Right.
Skywalker was the New Hope.
Yes,
Luke
because
Sky-
the story's about the Skywalkers.
Yeah, and the first Hope, Anakin, is now Darth Vader. Darth Vader was one of the worst people in the galaxy during his
Right.
his heyday.
And
I mean, the stuff
it all
he
stems
did.
from his deep hatred, which I do share, a deep hatred of sand.
Oh, well,
It gets
sand.
everywhere.
Sand. You sounded just like him, dude. That could have been that could have been someone just going,
I don't like sand. It gets everywhere.
yeah. Everyone gives Hayden Christian a lot of crap for.
I think he did the best he could for
Well,
what he
he-
had.
he acted how
Yeah, he acted very appropriately.
well how what do you call it wanted. It's what
Yeah,
the
it's what-
director.
Another G-dub. No, GL. George Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas.
Wouldn't it be crazy if his middle name was W? George W. Lucas? Whoa. It's not, I don't
Yeah.
think, but that's what I'm going to call him now, GWL. Whoa.
But like, okay, so Luke Skywalker's character was the New Hope. He tried to redeem the worst person besides the Emperor in the galaxy.
While at the same time highlighting broken families, right? You know, that was like something that was being addressed finally in culture, was broken families.
Yeah.
And then the son's like, oh, I can fix the dad. I
Yeah.
can make him into a good guy, because ultimately you want your parents to be good people.
He was going to sacrifice himself to save his
To
father.
save his dad, yeah.
You know? So to turn that around and in The Last Jedi say that Luke looked at Ben, you know, Kylo Ren, the future Kylo Ren.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
looked at Ben and was like,
You're so evil, I must kill you.
yeah, there's no
That's out of character for Luke.
yeah, I can't redeem you, so I'm just going to kill. I'm like, no, that is not. I mean, of course he did. He like went, oh, I can't kill him, but then he saw that he was going to kill him, and you know he brought down the whole little rock
Yeah.
room down on him. But it's like, no, Luke Skywalker wouldn't even have had that thought, you know.
Right. Because I know what sucks too is being a fan of the series was like the expanded universe. All the stories that I read were basically for nothing now.
Like,
Because there's some really cool stuff that happens, and there's some excellent characters that they should bring out on like the side films, right?
Yeah.
Like, I never asked for Rogue One, but holy fuck, that movie was amazing.
it was good,
That was
It's-
one of the best Star Wars. Like when we look at all the new Star Wars
and
films,
everybody died in that movie.
right? But Rogue One, the story is just epic.
Yeah,
Because I remember even as a kid going from
wondering how they got the plans.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How did they get the plans? And I know George Lucas, when they had their computer game company, they made a game where you basically were
Yeah,
the guy that stole them. But I was okay with them changing the story from that video game, you know? Like,
yeah.
because whatever, video game is a video game. But I thought it was excellent storytelling.
I didn't
And
care
That's
that
how they explained that they weren't around in the other movies, right? For
Yeah.
continuity's sake. That was perfect.
it was.
And then, Solo, I didn't ask for a Han Solo film, but I thought that was still a good one.
Yeah, the only thing that pulled me out was the fact that the guy didn't look or act like Harrison Ford's version.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look around that and go, okay, I
He's
get.
supposed to be just playing the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
There-
that's
there
the only
were-
thing that really bothered me about it.
Yeah.
But story-wise and continuity and Star Wars universe, like, okay, makes sense. Han Solo inadvertently helps rebel
help start the
because he's trying to get
rebellion.
money.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm okay with that.
yeah.
And then what do we have?
Like like,
Kylo Ren secretly wants to make out with his sister, which they haven't revealed. You know,
but like,
and they try to save Carrie Fisher when like
yeah,
they had a perfect opportunity to kill her character, because now you have to really figure out how you're going to do it in the third one.
They could have killed her off with that Kylo Ren, or no,
Yep.
he didn't kill her. It was one of the
other
his
pilots
did. But yeah, that would have been a good. But then they did that whole
Superman thing. That was
Mary
fucking
Poppins,
weird.
Mary Poppins
Yeah.
Superman thing. Yeah, it was like, I get it. She's has latent force abilities. She
Yep.
was trained by Luke after to
Right,
whatever.
and if you follow Expanded Universe, she does become
Yeah.
force sensitive or whatever. So yeah,
And she created some force bubble around her to help her live, and then I don't know. The part that I didn't like what they did to Luke Skywalker's character was
yeah, the way he went out.
not, well, that's another one, but like when she was trying to get him to train her, and he was doing all this cocky BS, like, oh, I'm gonna drink
Yeah.
out of this freaking alien cow's titty,
Yeah, that was really weird for a Star Wars film.
and then he looked at her, I'm like, I'm a weird old dude, like,
Yeah,
what?
Yoda didn't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
And like that's what I thought they were gonna do. They were gonna touch on that same similar trope that we were used to.
I mean, look at how calculated and sure of himself he was at Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
Everything was calculated. He was like almost no emotion on his face the whole.
completely. Yeah, he became the Jedi where he was
Yeah.
emotion free. Oh man, this is one of them telemarketers there. Why is my phone even?
I was thinking like, what?
It's on vibrate. That's weird.
It knows we're trying to produce some quality content,
guess so.
so it's like, here's some
Here's
background.
some background music.
But yeah, like how Luke Skywalker, how Luke Skywalker went out. You know what? When he showed up on that planet or whatever that they had
Yeah.
landed on, and I saw that he was like the younger version where his hair
Yeah, I
was
thought something was
dyed.
a little weird.
I'm like, wait
And
a
then he
second,
had the
what?
blue lightsaber, and I was like,
As soon as I saw the lightsaber, I'm like, that's his dad's, and
yeah,
Rey and Kylo just
destroyed it.
destroyed it.
Yeah.
Like this isn't him. He's not here. What's going on? And I didn't even get the
The
red.
astral projection.
Yeah, I didn't get the fact that he wasn't kicking up sand
Mm-hmm.
or the red.
The red underneath it.
Yeah, until like they showed it. Like they showed the fact that, or that it was like a close up of Kylo Ren's feet, and then
Yeah,
you saw
he dug
him.
in. Yeah.
You saw him turn around, and there was nothing. You know, I got a feeling that he wasn't there. And if it's an astral projection, it's another force power. Okay, but to have him be so weak, like he's supposed to be like so freaking powerful, it's ridiculous.
Right.
You know, he shouldn't have been sweating and trembling as he's doing this force projection. He should have been able to just do it.
But see, Luke's character, like his true character, like he would have gone in person.
Yeah, exactly.
Another continuity problem they're gonna have to explain is the only WoW scene when the blue-haired bitch takes the ship and light speeds through the Imperials. Like,
Yeah,
if that was a capability, they would have been doing that a long time ago.
yeah,
Because all you have to do is get everybody off board and remote it, and then you have a new weapon. Like,
yeah. When I saw that at first, I was like, "Holy shit, that was
and you know, like
devastating."
from a military standpoint, like my military mind, if she was in charge, she would have told people the plan. Because I don't know of a single fucking commander
Oh no, yeah.
in
Well,
from my army days that would not have explained at least a little bit.
the whole movie was a big fu on toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Like your general masculine characters that are always the heroes and stuff like that. And they want, if you notice, like,
But see, to me, Leia is a very strong female character
She
because
is.
she was sold into sex slavery, and what did she do? She physically killed
Killed that
Jabba the
motherfucker.
Hutt. Yeah.
Yeah.
With her bare hands. I mean, she had a chain too, but
Yeah.
with her bare hands, she did this
metal bra, and
in the bikini. Yeah, the bikini
Yeah.
bra. But still,
she was high on
so
cocaine too.
she looked good while doing it. You know,
She was high on cocaine too, though.
at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
a
think
lot of
she's.
cocaine.
I think she still was high on cocaine.
No,
You think she cleaned up?
yeah, she had to. Probably part of her contract to
You
do
will
it again.
be clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's disheartening that people feel that way about entertainment, because at no point do I look at the Twilight series and go, why are there no stronger male characters? Why are we following this lady around who doesn't understand that she's a necrophilia and bestiality?
Yeah.
You know, like, those are her options.
Yeah.
Like, I don't complain about that.
It's
Like,
just,
who cares? A hero's a hero. It doesn't matter if they're male or female, right?
Yeah.
Just write the story, and then if the gender fits, it fits. It doesn't matter.
yeah, like the whole Jyn Erso with Rogue One.
Yeah,
That was fine.
that was completely fine. Like, it didn't bother me at all.
Yep.
You know, it's
When-
like I feel
when-
like they overdid the whole "you're a stupid man" in the latest Star Wars.
Yeah, they did. I mean, look at the whole subplot or sub story with the black dude.
Yeah,
and-
when that fucking Asian bitch
Yeah.
rams him from committing the best, like, okay, from military strategy, yeah, you lose a good dude.
it
But as
takes
a
out-
soldier,
exactly.
if you're telling me that a grenade dropped right now, like, it would be a race to get on top of that grenade, you know?
Yeah,
And she denied him that, like, Valhalla moment.
because it's, what did she say? Something about we have to protect
We have
the
to
ones
protect the ones we love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, first off,
Bitch,
you
I'm gonna shoot
hated
you
him.
with that blaster right now.
Yeah, first she hated him because she thought he was trying to defect or not defect, but trying to
Desert.
desert when he was just trying to find Rey, right?
Yeah.
And then they go into that whole Canto Bight thing. I understand the director's thing where he was saying, okay, war is profitable. And
Okay, that was actually interesting. You know, when they showed in Star Wars the elite, so to speak, right?
Yeah, 'cause
we
you-
hadn't shown
Exactly.
anything before. I thought, okay,
Exactly.
maybe we're gonna go somewhere new and interesting, and no, it was all the same.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in the 1%ers.
And then what is his name? Benicio del Toro's
Yeah.
character, whatever his name was. It wasn't
Shitty
needed.
pilot.
Well, no, like they were there to meet the guy with the red chrysanthemum on his, or whatever it was, that flower on his thing. They saw him, and then right when they saw him, they got arrested. So the person they were supposed to find, who's supposed to be the only person that can do this,
That's right. Yeah,
yeah,
he was
they-
the guy with the stutter, and
Yeah,
he double crossed him. Yeah.
Yeah, Benicio del Toro. I mean, they got a guy they just randomly met in a jail
shady
cell
place. Yeah.
that could do the same thing that the only person that can do it was supposed to be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then they didn't really the arc. There was no character arc with Captain Phasma's character. Like, she was
Oh, that
nowhere
was
to be
such a
found again.
Huge letdown.
Yeah, she's nowhere to be found again.
Like, there is so much potential for that, and I'm a huge fan of that actress because of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Brienne of Tarth.
Brienne of Tarth, yeah. Like, I really wanted to see something of what happens. Like, the most anticlimactic fight scene I've ever seen. Like, I feel like they spend more time on.
She's had a lot of
three
fight training, too.
Yes, she has.
And she's a big bitch.
She's a bad motherfucker.
They should use her, but they're
Right?
not.
They didn't. I feel like the next person, like J.J. Abrams, he needs to go play Dungeons and Dragons for like 10 years, and then come back with a new understanding of how to develop characters.
Yeah.
And Rian Johnson needs to just never, ever do Star Wars again.
Yeah. Rian Johnson really
'Cause
screwed the pooch.
Isn't J.J. Abrams known for overusing explosions in like the Transformer series? Wasn't that him?
Was
was
it
it
JJ
JJ?
or was it I don't know. I know he's I think is it the lens flares that he's known for or something in like
Something
Star
like
Trek.
that. Like, yeah, like overusing the.
It's probably explosions, but J.J. Abrams set up so many things in The Force Awakens
Yeah,
that
dude.
could have been used.
He handed. I mean,
He had a plethora of things to go on.
yeah.
And he
I
decided
wasn't.
to say,
I
fuck
wasn't
it all.
terrible. I wasn't like a huge fan of the. Was it 7? Right, the first one that he did. Yeah, because it's 7, 8, 9 now.
Yeah.
So 7, I wasn't like. I was like, okay, whatever.
It's like a
It's kind of like a mishmash of the last trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay, I can kind of work with that. But then that last one was just steaming pile of shit, man. Like
the way they did these new 2 that are out, right?
yeah.
I wish George Lucas would have done the first three.
You know what kills me too is George Lucas. Even when he sold Star Wars, he gave them the scripts, the original screenplays that he had envisioned to take 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, and they didn't.
And they just, fuck you, man.
That Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, Kathleen Kennedy.
She's
George Lucas, I think, even said something like he's considering buying the franchise back. that's just gossip.
Yeah, but that's like.
But that's what needs to happen.
Yeah. It's this big SJW push to rewrite what they think needs to be written.
Right.
Like,
and I'm
Hollywood.
for gender equality because my wife, she was active duty. I met her on the job site, right? She
Okay.
does the same job as me, so I'm for gender equality. But to say that, because I look at people based off of abilities, right?
Yeah.
I'm 160 pounds, 5'10". Should I be an Army Ranger carrying around almost half my body weight or more on a daily basis? You know what I mean? Like,
That'd be rough on your body.
it would be rough on my body. So just because I can do something doesn't mean I should do something, right?
You might bulk up though, because
I might. Who knows?
I've seen a lot of skinny guys go
And then they come.
dab,
Yeah.
and then
They just
like
get
within
big.
2 months, I can't. I'm like, holy shit, dude, you got big.
Yeah. So that's how I just look at it. Like, so can I do the job? If
Yeah.
yes, then yeah, you can do it. So I don't really give two shits if you're like pick a descriptor, gay,
Yeah.
black, white, male or female, does not matter. Will you perform your task?
But see, with Hollywood and like Hollywood, both TV and the big screen,
Yeah.
right? Like it started. Well, it was always around. Like in the 80s, it started, but not very much. Where there'd be on a sitcom, there'd be a gay character.
Yeah. I remember even going
Yeah.
back to like probably right around the time of Seinfeld.
It was like Three's Company, I think. Three's Company back in like the 70s, 80s.
Oh, I remember, what was that? More recently was
Well, I mean, you had like in the 90s, you had like Will and Grace.
Will and Grace. That's the
Yeah.
one I was thinking of. Yeah.
You
Where they
had-
became overt about it.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, a lot of people, the reason why there was a lot of pushback through just regular general America is because, like, the LBG population is 3% of the whole American population, right?
Sure.
And then, if you go to like trans community, they're like 1% of that 3%.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like a fraction of 1% of the population, but you're seeing all the stuff put in to the media.
As if it's just so common.
It's overrepresented.
Yeah.
Overrepresentation. There's like every movie, well, I shouldn't say every movie, but every like TV show, sitcom, or if it's like a longer episodic show, it's got a gay character.
So the inclusivity
Yeah.
is actually a bad thing. And see, I've thought about that. Like, see, when you feel like, for example, I have to bring up Dungeons and Dragons again. Like, so if you're making a character, what are the chances that that person's going to be different each time? Or are you going to get stuck into like character tropes,
Yeah.
So like, if you're constantly like, okay, we have to have a gay guy. Okay. And then we have to have the trendy. Okay. But at no point did you consider, does it make sense for a warrior to be a tranny?
Yeah.
Right. Now, I do know there's cases where that's true, but it feels like they're not really putting thought into the backstory of characters today.
They're just doing it.
They're just
to
doing
do
it
it
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, okay, well, let's cut this out. There's the gay guy, tape him there. Okay,
Yeah.
here's the black guy, put him. Oh, what if we make him gay and black?
Yeah.
Now he's one character.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, you could have had two fully developed characters, but now you just want to have one for the sake of having it.
It's just like, checking the blocks.
Yeah, exactly. We're just checking the blocks now. We have
Yeah.
gay, we have this, we have that.
And then the rest of the country, they see this and they almost feel like it's being pushed on them.
And it does feel like,
Yeah.
like as a white man, this is weird, but I do feel like there's been a pushback against me.
Oh, yeah.
Because
oh, yeah.
I could say something and people are like, you just shut up because you're a white man. You don't understand. Like, well, I'm not part of the 1%.
Exactly.
And it's just, people don't see it as the distraction that it is. That as long as they keep us divided, then we'll never really look to who the real common enemy is.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, my opinion should not mean less because I'm a white male. If you want to be truly inclusive, then you should be listening to my diversity of thought That's really what diversity should be about.
Yeah,
is
diversity
diversity
of thought.
Yeah.
not of diversity of,
Right. And that's one thing.
sexual orientation,
I experienced
race.
it at my corporate job that I just was working at, and
Yeah.
it's so weird because even on the main website, whenever you log in your computer, like it pulls up the website,
Yeah.
and it would be like, this person is a gay employee. It's like, who fucking cares?
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, straight up. And this person is proud to be black. Like, I don't give two shits. I don't care.
Do they do their job? And
Yeah.
Are they like? Can you get along with that person?
Can you perform your job?
Yeah.
Are you turning a profit? Like, that's all the company should be concerned with. And I feel like there was a huge shift. I don't know. I never was in corporate America before the military, but from judging off of what my parents and grandparents have said,
It should be
different now.
To me, it should be a non-factor.
Yeah, like
Your,
it was
your content,
weird.
your character should speak for itself.
Right.
As long as you're not like trying to, if it's a gay man, as long as you're not trying to, try to convert me or something, I'm fine.
And I think
I'm not-
most gay people are like that. Like,
Yeah.
they're not trying to convert people.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't. And
I'm
I'm not trying to turn them straight,
Yeah, I mean, I've only had one time. I was in a club down in Texas when I was in the first Cav, and the club was so packed. It was like, you're
Yeah, bumping elbows.
yeah. And this dude, like, I had drinks in my hand, and the dude grabbed me, and I couldn't do anything. I was like, oh crap! And by the time, like, I turned around and saw who it was, he was still looking at me, but the crowd had already pretty much separated us.
Separated
Couldn't
you
do
guys, yeah.
anything. I mean, that's only, I guess, time. Oh, we'll just leave that go.
Yeah.
But it really like homosexuality doesn't bother me.
No, it doesn't. Especially like the one experience I had was going out with my uncle, who's openly gay, and went to a gay bar, and I thought that was very eye-opening to learn about a different culture, so to speak.
Yeah.
And,
Like Tiffany's always like, you need to come down to like Nashville. I forget what was that bar called? I don't know what the bar is called, but it's some big gay club down there on Church Street. She's like, would you go with me? I was like, yeah. It's like, I'm not gonna
it's like I'm not afraid to go.
do
Because what was
anything.
interesting was like once like I guess word had got out, because like being a new face, because I guess the gay community is so small that everybody in there basically knew each other, and then they were like, oh, there's a new one, and then as soon as I was like, I'm not gay, they're like, oh, he's not gay, guys, and like they put it out.
Yeah.
That, hey, this new guy's not gay, he's so and so's nephew, leave him alone. And they're like, they left me alone, and I was like, okay, this is fine, like not a big deal, as long as you show respect, we'll be good.
Yeah. Like, I guess guess my wife, she went down there with her friends. I think it was like a bachelorette party or something like that, and they went to that club, and she said there was a lot of actual couples, like men and female. Couples there, a lot of women, because they just like to have fun and go dancing.
Yeah. That's what my wife is. She just wants to dance a lot.
Not me. I don't dance.
I can't dance anymore because my knee. I have so much pain in my knee all the time. I just can't
Me,
do it.
it's a balance issue with me, because it's like I'll
Yeah.
you
need like the same technology they put on the Honda robot so it doesn't fall over. That's what you need. Could you imagine just have like a little computer wind with some gyros in it to offset your movements?
Yeah. But yeah, like
You're welcome.
the last wedding that me and my wife went to, I did dance with her, so she's, I guess, fulfilled for another
10 years?
hopefully. So
Yeah, it's gotta be difficult, man. Like, because I'm only 30, right?
yeah,
And I feel like easily 55, 60.
I'm 38, and I feel like I'm in my 70s, like physically,
Yeah.
with the arthritis. Like, I know we've talked about this before, but like for the longest time, when I after the whole arm thing, I didn't realize that. I would wonder why some days were worse than other days. Some days, like, it's not so much pain, I guess, anymore, because I'm used to it, but I mean, it would just suck the life out of me. And then I realized that it's always like right before it rains, and then right after it rains, when the fronts move in.
Yeah, the pressure change.
Yeah. So the whole old people being weather vanes, like, well, it's about to rain.
It's gonna rain today, Sonny.
I remember when me and my wife finally realized, oh shit, it's raining again. That's why you're feeling bad. I'm like, oh.
I did notice when I was living in Florida for a little bit there that the pressure being different did make me feel generally better.
No.
And I think with more sun exposure, that also helped. Because I know a lot of people...
Vitamin D.
Right, because working at night a lot, because we were night stalkers.
Yeah.
So flying at night often would lead to vitamin D deficiency, right? Lack of sunlight. So I think that's part of my healing process now is to get back out in the sun. I know I look pale. And I've seen pictures from when I was in high school. I was tan.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I look at my timeline, I just see progressively getting pale. It's now where I look like a fucking ginger.
Yeah. Speaking of gingers, my oldest son, I thought was going to be a ginger. I was scared. Not like, gonna have to.
Soul.
I'm gonna have to leave him out in the woods and die of exposure like Spartans.
Yeah.
But like,
well, they did that when they were 13 years old. That was crazy, man.
when they were born, they were inspecting if there's any
deficiencies. Yeah,
they would
toss them. Yeah.
And then when they were around 13, they'd go to
they would send
crazy camp.
Every kid went to SEER school in Sparta.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And you were expected on 13, like your parents were like, okay, here's a knife. Good luck.
Jesus Christ.
Don't come back until you're 14.
I couldn't. I don't even. Well, don't say I couldn't, but I don't know how a 14-year-old would react.
Well, see, you're also approaching it with like the modern mind.
Yeah.
Because back then that was like normal.
True. People had to grow up quick.
Yeah, and it was easier to survive when you're. I mean, they were just a half step above primitive anyway.
Yeah.
Working with bronze.
That is true.
See, I don't know if I would have even got to that point because I was born a month premature. So I was already underweight and they probably just tossed me.
Maybe. I would have been tossed because I'm a mixed. Like, what is this? Who'd you sleep with?
I don't know. I really think...
I don't think it was like...
I don't think the Greeks cared as much because it was between the Greeks and the Romans. They were all about like super hippie, open love type shit where they would sleep with basically whoever made their fancy.
Okay.
So that might not have been a thing because, especially when we look at Greece, their population to me is like the Middle East or the Brazil of Middle East. Because Brazil is a mix of Western and African and Latin America.
Mostly African.
Right. But you see that heavy influence of, like, that's why Brazilian people look so different to us. And that's everyone in the world because, like, wait, why are you so different? Where are you from? They're like, oh, Brazil, because they have that unique look. So I think when we look at Greeks, they kind of almost fit that same bill. They're like, wait, you look Middle Eastern, but you're not. I don't really know. I can't, because they're like half European, half Middle Eastern, and then Africa's right there. So I think they got a similar thing going on there.
Yeah, they might.
But I'm not a
history scholar about the ancient times.
Paleontology, the study of ancient American or
paleontology. Isn't that
paleontology, isn't that the study of ancient humans?
No, paleontology. I think that's what are the dinosaur people?
Dinoetologians?
No, I think they're paleontologists.
Are they paleontologists? Let's Google box it. Let's be
millennials. Well, we talked about guns, so I guess
we did. Well, we deviated real far. How the fuck do we go from guns to ancient peoples?
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. I'm still gonna post it on Fitty because it has guns in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe the people that follow Fitty will come over to Freedom 350.
Okay, Google, what is paleontology?
According to Wikipedia, paleontology or paleontology is the scientific study of life that existed prior to, and sometimes including, the start of the Holocene epoch.
Holocene, so it's dinosaur stuff.
That's dinosaur stuff. What is the study of ancient humans? How do you know? What is the study of ancient humans?
According to Wikipedia, the specific study of the origin and life of humans is anthropology, particularly paleoanthropology, which
yeah.
focuses on the
Okay,
study of
thank you.
human
Thank you.
prehistory.
Okay, thank you.
Ask her what the what is it called? What is it called? This is like my thing. Why am I not stupid TV? I can't stand it.
The best thing about having a TBI though, Derek, honestly, is I can learn the same thing and still be excited about it. You know, like I can learn something like, oh, that's so cool. I can write it down. And I could be like, a week goes by and I completely forget.
Yeah.
And I look at it and be like, oh, I already knew this. This is great.
Okay, it's the ask her about the younger Dryas impact theory. Impact hypothesis.
What is the impact hypothesis?
No, what is the younger Dryas impact?
Here is some information about giant impact hypothesis.
Giant impact.
Does this have to do with the moon?
No. Ask her, what is the younger Dryas impact hypothesis?
Here's the definition of Dryas.
Oh,
A plant of
Jesus,
a
she's
genus
listening to
that
me?
comprises the
Yeah,
mountain
she-
avenue.
Okay.
Because it's plugged in. I just realized that when it's plugged in, it picked up your microphone. This is cool.
Yeah,
All right, so ready? I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah. Siri, what is the younger Dryas impact theory?
It's not Siri. So because you said Siri, she didn't listen.
Oh, okay.
She younger Dryas impact quantification. There's like a video here.
Younger Dryas impact theory.
There's
or
a
impact
hypothesis. There we go.
Like if you look at the ice
The
cores,
Clovis comet hypothesis
Yeah,
originally
Clovis.
proposed that a large airburst or Earth impact of one or more comets initiated the younger Dryas cold period about 12,900 BP calibrated, 10,914 C uncalibrated. I don't know. This is some sort of new time scale.
pretty much what the theory is the Taurid meteor stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
We see it every year, I think twice a year or something like that, right? Well, the Taurid meteor stream had larger meteors in it, and way back in the past, around 10,000, maybe 11,000, 12,000 years ago, when we crossed that Taurid meteor stream, some of the big guys came really close, and kind of like the Tunguska thing that happened, where, had an airburst and it just leveled that whole forest. I think that could have happened when it was a bigger airburst or even an impact. And what that did is it turned the Earth into pretty much like a nuclear winter because of all the dust and
all the fallout behind it.
And if you look at the ice core samples, the climate was steady and then it just drops. Boom.
So it indicates that there was a significant emotional event.
Yeah, and then it comes up, or then it's kind of like just, and then there's something else, and then it shoots up. Straight up. It's like multiple impacts. One cooled, the other one heated it up. And that's probably what, like, human history, I think, is a lot. Fucking
Lisa.
We should get shirts made.
Fucking Lisa.
Uh-oh.
Is that you? Is that me?
This is not professional. We're sitting there checking our phones, but whatever. No. The Younger Dryas, there was multiple impacts. It probably reset human history. I mean, I think human history is a lot longer. We go a lot further back. I mean, if you look at
there's like the apes, and there's like what do they call them, hominids, yeah, stuff that's close enough to Homo sapien, or is
that
what we consider
we could breed with. Now, see, there's a thing, and this whole theory goes, you can go into eugenic type theory, and that's bad when you go there. But there might be some truth to it. Like when you look at Africans have like the least amount of altered genes. The Asians and the Europeans, there's this theory that they bred with different hominids, like Neanderthal. And
right. That's what's interesting is like the Neanderthal existed at the same time.
Neanderthals had bigger brains than we did, I think.
Yeah, and they have been bred out. So
No.
like it was in a sense a war,
Yeah, genetic.
genetic war, yeah. But I don't know if that was like the intent because we don't know. What the
Yeah, I don't
ancestors
think it
were
was
like.
the intent, but it's
It
what
just kind of happened.
it's what happened, and I think that's the reason why you see such. That's why there's stereotypes today of the different races. You know, you got Africans that are really good, like physically, with sports and running and all
Right,
that
like
stuff. Right?
why are the people from Kenya still so good at running?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they run every day.
Anybody that's from Kenya, that's from
Yeah.
that tribe, pretty much has a free ride.
Yeah,
They
all they
can
got to do
do-
is go to the Olympics one time.
Or no, not even the Olympics. There was a dude from Kenya. He was from that tribe. He immigrated to the U.S. He joined the army. He was a 6'7" Tango back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
And during AIT, he had off post pass the day he got there. Because the day, like soon after you get there, you do a PT test, right?
Yeah. And so he got gold stat right off the bat off his run.
Yeah, because no one could believe this could happen.
Yeah.
Like he started like a sprint pretty much, and lapped everybody like I forget how many times. But anyways, he goes to the drill sergeant's like, oh, he's gonna hit his pace here. He's gonna start pacing out here.
No.
Okay, he's gonna start No, it was like a full sprint the whole 2 miles, and with that, he was able to do what he wanted. And that was the problem with the big army back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You could be good at your job. That's kind of what I
But
ran. What
like
I ran
average
into.
at PT.
Well, I always maxed like my push-ups and my sit-ups, but I'd always be like a 14:30, 15-minute mile runner, you know, or 2 mile run. And because of that, I got looked down on when a guy that wasn't as good at the job as I was, he didn't do as good in his sit-ups and push-ups, but he maxed his run. Oh, that was soldier of the month right there, you know?
See, I never understood that either. I was always, like, I guess, gifted at running, which is kind of funny to say because I had asthma from a young age, so I didn't run a lot as a kid. But by the time it stopped affecting me, it was about high school. So I started
I had
running.
asthma too, but I think it probably lasted longer because my mom was a secondhand smoker.
Could be.
Yeah.
But I started running, and I was really good at it in high school. And then I get to the Army, and I'm just like, 12s on a bad day, you know?
Yeah.
But now, I don't fucking run.
I probably would have died.
But yeah, so like I never understood when I was in the Army, like just because somebody's good at PT doesn't make them, one, a good leader,
Yeah.
two, good at their job. It just means that some people value that more so. And that was the other thing too, is like the dudes who were good at PT typically were the guys who were going to the gym
Yeah.
for 4 hours a day.
I remember
And they were
before.
not doing their job.
Yeah. I remember before I came to 160th and assessed and all that stuff. I remember there was a drill sergeant back when I went to high school. When I went back to AIT. Not back to, but when I went to AIT, Jesus Christ. When I went to AIT, there was a drill sergeant.
The first time.
Yeah. When I went to AIT the first time, there was a drill sergeant, and he would do PT before PT. Like, he was like,
It was that good.
yeah, ridiculous. And he was a good tango, too. Well, his name was Drill Sergeant Klingon, right? He came to, like, after he did his trail, right? And he left the trail, and he came to Fort Hood and was my platoon sergeant.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, PT was fun. But, like, the few months before I left Fort Hood for Campbell here, he would take me out running, and he paced me on my 2 mile runs, and I think I got like a close to a 14-minute 2 mile run, and that was like my fastest ever.
You got to consider
And I
too,
thought I was gonna die.
like you're much taller, right? You carry more weight.
Taller,
so,
yeah.
So that's moving pretty good. The other thing too that always bothered me about the PT test is like in a combat situation, I'm probably not gonna run 2 miles.
Well, have you seen a new PT test?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's probably
And
more accurate though.
It is more accurate, and it's what like the what is it the events that you actually do in your, because there's so many events.
Yeah, it was like 6.
It's divvied up by MOS. So if you're a combat arms MOS, you do
You
everything.
have to do this one, yeah.
Yeah, if you're a support, you got to do this because you're not gonna really do anything. You know, it makes more
Wait.
sense, but
I still think that's bullshit though because, you know, when we were getting attacked in Jalalabad, like they didn't give a fuck if you were not combat
True.
arms. Everybody became a soldier that day.
Well,
so
yeah.
I
That's
feel like
why-
everybody should have that same standard. There should be one standard.
Yeah. But
But I also understand, dictating for certain mission types.
yeah. Because you got your what are they called? What's that? What that was a dude? Now it's a girl. Manning,
Oh.
Chelsea. Like
Charles
no, his original name was Bradley Manning. The one that-
Bradley Manning.
you know that kid, right?
Yeah, I remember.
He's the
him.
one that burned the CD and then gave it to Julian Assange.
And then
which-
we can no longer make sweet mixtapes while deployed.
True.
Thank you.
I had quite a few
Yeah.
CDs of mixtapes that I'd lost, actually. I wish I still had, but yeah.
Just get an iPod. It's way easier now.
I'm talking about the kind of mixes that he made, though.
Oh, yeah. Can't have anything cool anymore.
Even though, like, now everyone's running GoPros and
Yeah, a lot of that stuff's
it's crazy.
it's it'll get them eventually.
Yeah.
Like the Air Force posted something when I was in, some fucking refuel faggot. Oh, I don't know if I can say that. So the
Hate speech.
hate speech, yeah. But some Air Force dude,
There is no hate speech.
he posted up some pictures and a video of special operations.
Is this the Fobbit?
No, he was inside the refuel plane and he had his camera on
Oh,
while we were refueling.
yeah.
And he was like talking all about this and he put a date and a location in the fucking title.
That's not smart.
No.
See, there was a guy back. Oh, when was it? It was in Iraq, but you know the guys that fly the special planes that do figure eights in the sky all night long. Those guys.
Yeah.
A lot of the pilots tend to be older dudes.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for a while.
Long time.
They're not in the best shape.
No, you don't need to be,
Yeah, exactly.
given what they're doing.
Exactly. Somebody found pictures on the server
Mm-hmm.
of these guys posing next to their aircraft, like holding, guns or whatever. And some of them were for fun, some for
Sure, the morale photos, right?
exactly.
Stuff
Well-
you send back to your wife, you're like, hey,
No, yeah.
you want to have sex later?
They made a video with all those pictures and called the Fobbit video. You know what a Fobbit is,
yeah,
right?
yep.
Yeah, people that don't leave the.
The base, yeah.
The fob.
The fob.
Shut up.
Lisa.
Sorry, I think I peeked there. My bad.
Yeah, you did. I heard it.
I should have said, "Shut up." Yeah, that's better.
That's way better.
But what time is it?
Oh, it's 15:21.
That means my kids are here, so we're gonna have to
wrap this up.
But yeah, they made a whole video with all these pictures of people that should have had their faces redacted
Yeah.
and made fun of them, calling them fobbits,
And they had no fucking
exactly.
idea.
They put it on YouTube.
That was
Okay,
That's pretty dumb.
you sure can. Ooh,
Oh,
why am I talking so loud into the microphone?
I don't know.
But anyways, yeah. So they got in trouble, and it was this whole big thing, and I could tell you server stories all day.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think that's where we're gonna end it.
So we went from tangent to tangent.
Yeah.
We had some good topic on the gender thing, I think. We'll probably have to revisit it, though.
Hold on a second. Hey, Aiden. Ooh, this is gonna be
Pete,
cut
too.
out. Let the dogs outside and be quiet for a second, okay? What? Let the dogs outside and please be quiet for a second, okay? I should say for a couple minutes. All right, cool. But yeah, so
Yeah, we had some good topic on the gender thing, and I think that'll probably get talked about more as we go forward, especially as we get more guests on the show that have opposing views.
yeah, I got a couple friends that are gonna come on and we're
So
gonna,
just figuring out how people draw these conclusions, because I'm not the type of person that looks at a book, a comic book, or a regular story and go, "Oh, this character, it's all men." I don't think that way.
hold on.
Yeah.
Gunner, be quiet for a couple minutes, okay? Until I say, okay, you can talk. All right, cool. But no, we this whole episode we started with what?
What did we start with? I know we ended up talking about Guns on the Table because we left it there as a
We
reminder.
we started off with it was going to be random, and then
Yeah.
when we went to Guns on the Table.
We went Guns on the Table, and then we started talking about the social justice of Star Wars.
Yeah,
Right?
Star Wars was a thing. And we talked about some Fobbit stuff
Yeah.
in Iraq. But yeah, you guys can always check us out on the Facebook page and give us some topics to talk about.
At least show us some love.
Yeah.
Say, hey, what's up?
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Be sure to share. You can check us out on our Patreon page, and for just being a $1 patron, you get access to all the extra videos that we put out. Because with every episode, we go on a lot of tangents, kind of like this whole episode. What this was, just a tangent episode. All the tangents are going to be cut out of the main episode and are only available to patrons who support us with a $1 pledge or whatever. After a while, those go public, but to see them quickly or to see them when they come out,
So we
you gotta
don't
be a
fall
patron.
behind our
Yeah.
own pop culture. You know?
Yeah,
We gotta stay on top of it. We're like TMZ here. We're writing our own rumors.
yeah.
A grown-up's at the door.
Okay, so that'll be it for today. I guess we'll see you next time. Peace.
Holler back, youngin'.